Okay, so this is the basic layout. It's quite cheap to set up with these tools if you want the basic tools. If you want the more expensive ones, obviously these are the better quality lino cut tools, and they cost about for 5 of these, I think it's about 70 or 80 pounds. So but those are really good quality. But if you don't want to if you can't afford that, then actually you can get the SD lino cut tools, and they look like this. This was £4, and it just has the changeable sort of cutting bits that you just essentially slot into here, and that does absolutely fine. So you don't need to spend too much on that. So that's just, as I say, £4, and you use that to cut the lino. Lino is this bit of lino is A5 size. That was £2.35 for that. You also need for your inks. You can do 2 different ways with the ink. So this is just speedball ink. There's a red there and a blue there. I can't remember how much they are, but they're not that expensive. This is water-based, water-soluble ink. But some people prefer using oil-based ink as well. And the way you do that is if you just have any oil paints, you can just use normal oil paints, and you can add this block printing medium to it. I think it's 1.5 parts of Georgian oil or oil block printing medium to 1 part of oil colour paint, and just mix it together, then you can use that. And some people prefer the way that looks. I use a bit of glass to put the ink on, so roll the ink out using a roller on a bit of glass, because I find that better. So that's obviously quite straightforward to do that, but you can get a bit of a plastic tray as well for quite cheap. This is a large roller. You can get smaller rollers as well. You can get all different types of rollers. This is a wooden one. It's a smaller one, but it's a bit squeaky, that one. That was £10. They're probably one of the more expensive bits of kit. This one was £11.60. You only really need one of these, so maybe a larger one is all you need. And you would need some kind of, obviously, like a cutting board is quite useful when you do your lino cut. And the final thing would be probably tracing paper, would be quite useful, because as you can see here with one of my, this was the block that I carved. So it's just a bit of lino, and when you use the tracing paper in different ways. Usually what I would do is I would create an image on a bit of paper, and then trace it, and then use the tracing paper to transfer it onto the block, and then go over that in black ink. So that is, but also it's quite useful as you are carving the block to see how it's going. You can actually just get a bit of get a dark like a 4B pencil and go over, and you can see what it